Almost 2 decades of dominance, 6 All-Star appearances, a Cy Young Award, a World Series ring, and now CC Sabathia is using his name and his considerable platform to benefit the Players Alliance. He's one of more than 100 black current and former pro baseball players who are using their talents to create more opportunities for the black community, not only within baseball, but globally as well. And CC kind enough to take some time with us on the Tuesday program, and we catch him in action out with the Players Alliance as we speak. CC, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Tell us where you are right now and what you're in the midst of doing.
Oh, no problem. Good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm here in the Bronx, here at our Pull-Up Neighbor event with the Players Alliance. It's kicking off. We started on Giving Tuesday. It's kicking off our tour that we have going all the way to the end of January. So this Pull-Up Neighbor tour is fueled by the players. The players donated over $1 million of their salary when they sat out the games and donated their salaries to put this tour together. So it's a lot of fun to be able to kick it off here in the Bronx and be a part of the first event.
CC, I find it so interesting. You've done so much in your baseball life, and here you are retired, and you seem to have found your voice, almost like there's so much more stuff that you're going to do that you have on your plate to not only recognize Black Lives Matter, but to make Black lives better.
Yeah, I hope so. And I mean, that's what it's all about. For me, sitting, through the pandemic and everything that was going on with the George Floyd and just watching my kids, I have 4, young kids, and it was actually my youngest that fueled me and my family to get out and start, going out to some of these rallies and, just kind of showing our face and making sure that we're doing the right thing in the community. Being a part of this Players Alliance is definitely a blessing. Cameron Maben, D. Gordon, Edwin Jackson kind of started this thing, got it going. And now, it's over 150 current and former, black players that are trying to make a difference in black communities. So it's been a blessing to have us all come together. All of us do things separately, across our whole careers. And to be able to have everything come together and us be doing this all together, myself, Curtis Granderson, like I said, D, Jimmy Rollins, Torrey Hunter, all of us being a part of this is a lot of fun.
CC, you were one of the players who was instrumental in founding the Players Alliance, and as such, you're super active within the group. Let me ask you this from an organizational standpoint. What are the challenges in keeping this big and keeping it inclusive? I mean, this is something that all communities can get behind, even though it's designed to benefit the black community. This is something for everybody to participate in. How do you guys share that message?
I think you just go to our website. We have allies of the Alliance, and, we want people to donate. It's going to be all kind of people out here supporting us today. It's not, it benefits the black community, but like you said, it benefits all communities, and we welcome all help. So, we're excited, like I said, for this first event. And, you can see, the people that are going to come out and support us. We have the Players Association behind us. We have MLB behind us. And most importantly, like I said, this tour is fueled by the players. So with everything that we have behind us and everything that we have going, I don't think we can be stopped. And as long as we stay together, it's going to be a lot of fun what we're going to be able to do in the black communities and, touching all communities.
CC, I grew up in a time where it really was just shut up and pitch. You grew up in a time where when you're a young player, you want to make sure don't rock the boat. I don't want someone not to give me a contract. And now, and I think this is so positive, you have a guy like Dominic Smith this past summer who was able to really talk about things that mattered in his life as a youngster and now as an adult. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, we grew up in that era where, you just don't speak on things. And I always said, I always thought about being a good teammate over bringing, politics into the clubhouse. But, everything that's going on in the world right now in 2020, with guys like Dom stepping up, started with Bruce Maxwell taking a knee. He don't get enough credit. But to see all the guys that are stepping up and using their voice while playing, Mookie Betts, the highest paid player in the game, my favorite player taking a knee on opening day, it's unbelievable to watch, and it's fun to watch this generation stepping up.
CC, we talk about how the numbers of black ball players in the major leagues has dwindled over the years, and yes, there's more competition Yes, places like the NBA and the NFL have paydays that are probably quicker to come than that of baseball. But for you, a guy who's been through this, how do we get baseball out there into more communities so more black players have access to a major league path?
You know what, Matt? I thought that the kids weren't playing, but I have a 17-year-old, as you guys know, and watching him, go through all these circuits, the kids are playing. There's a lot of African American kids that are playing baseball. They just don't get the opportunities that some of the other kids get. Going to some of these perfect game tournaments, getting some of these numbers. A lot of these kids are getting drafted off, some of the numbers that they can put up, on the Rapsodo or the TrackMan or some of these different things. And a lot of these kids that are in these, underserved communities don't get those opportunities, but they're playing. And it's a lot of talent out there. So that's one of our missions at the Players Alliance, is to make sure we can corral all this talent and get them to the next level.
CC, you talked about having 4 young children. Do you feel like someday that they'll be more proud of you in what you've done after your baseball career than all the pitches that came out of that left arm?
I hope so. My kids are funny in the way that they don't care about anything I did on the field anyway. So I'm gonna have to do something after I get done playing to solidify my legacy in their eyes. So hopefully that's being a part of this Players Alliance.
I could ask you, I always go down this Northern California sports path with you, CC, because we have a love of the Warriors and the Raiders in common. So I could ask you about what happened in Atlanta last weekend with Silver and Black. I'm not going to do it because I'm imagining it never happened. I do want to ask you, though, you mentioned TrackMan and Rapsodo and some of the modern pitching technology that's out there. So if we can pivot just for a second. Your career didn't come at the beginning of all that technology. It was around near the end for you. Would you have used that stuff? And how do you think your career may have changed if you had more tech in your life?
I definitely would have used it. And being now kind of in the front office and being a part of the Yankees organization, I see that it can help. I think, for me, I learned my cutter from Andy and Mo. But if I had, the Rapsodo or some of the technology of the video, I probably could have picked it up a little earlier. So it's just some of those things where you're out playing catch. Ron, when you're out there and during BP, before BP, you're playing catch with a guy and you want to learn some of his pitches. Well, this is an easier way to do that and pick up a pitch. Zach Britton learned a slider in about 2 months, and now it's one of the nastiest pitches in the league. So the tech can definitely help.
The Players Alliance Tour is continuing. It's kicking off today. CC joins us from the Bronx. They're going to be in Brooklyn tomorrow. You can go to theplayersalliance.com to learn more about where they'll be, how you can contribute and participate, and more about their mission statement. CC, we always love visiting with you, man. We wish you and your family the best this holiday season, and we hope we can check in with you again down the road on the tour.